Hello again, Bev.
Hi.
Hi. So we are focusing now on talking about different relationship skills. So today we're going to talk about timeouts because being able to take a break is an important relationship skill because we need to get ourselves kind of under control so we're not as reactive and so that we're not going to say things or do things that we'll regret later. We want to get into kind of our wisest, best, most relational self. And sometimes we need a timeout to do that. But there's effective ways to take timeouts and ineffective ways to take timeouts. So, Bev, what are your thoughts about taking timeouts?
Well, as Terry always says about us, that we're actually intimacy merchants. And intimacy is really about coming together and having your own autonomy and your space. So it's about having a relational space. It's not a negotiation. It's about saying, I need a break right now because I'm going to cross the red line and I'm not going to be respectful or I'm getting really triggered. So I need a timeout, but I will be back. And this is when I will be back.
Yes, so important that the timeout is not about the other person. Like you need to take a break. You need to be on timeout. It's all focused on yourself. Like I'm about to do something or say something that is not helpful. So I'm going to take a break for myself. And yes, including when you're going to come back. And that's the biggest difference between responsible distance taking and irresponsible distance taking is you're communicating that you are going to come back in to talk about things or resolve things or work on things instead of just leaving and it's open-ended and who knows if you're ever gonna come back to the conversation.
Right. And I love what you reminded us that it's unilateral. This is what I need right now. It's not to punish my partner. It's not to hurt my partner. It's just to say that I need this break. And it's never the reverse. It's never, hey, partner, you need the time out right now. It's always sticking to my side of the street.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think about like when might you need this? Like when do you need to take a time out? Why might you need this very important skill?
Right. For me, very often, because my husband and I do this work together, I might need a time out. Something will trigger me. I think it's that relational mindfulness that I'll suddenly think, I need a pause. So a time out for me will be just taking that pause and not saying something straight back. Or he will even remind me, you know what? Although I just said it's not for him to tell me, but he might just remind me, like, he'll help me take that pause. So it might not be that I'm going to my room now. And certainly not in anger, but it might be that I need that pause from just jumping in and saying something that's not going to be helpful or kind.
Yeah, which I think it's part of knowing yourself and when you start to kind of feel that you're getting activated or you're starting to have thoughts that aren't helpful and it's having that self-awareness to know like okay, yeah, time to take a
Exactly.
break. Because it's when we get to that place it's not effective. We can't be
Right.
relational when we're too activated. So it's a chance to calm ourselves down, but we do need to do it responsibly. And I think that's my favorite part of talking about timeouts is doing it
Right.
responsibly. So you're not leaving the other person left, you're not leaving them anxious or, kind of like, oh, well, now we're never going to be able to talk about this. You're leaving them with a responsible indicator of, hey, let's talk about this later. Let's talk about this tomorrow. I just need to calm down for a minute and we can talk about it. And, let's check in 30 minutes or things like that to communicate. I'm not leaving you hanging here.
Exactly. For me personally, I also use it when it's got nothing to do with my husband. When something else has triggered me, let's say something at work or a different conversation, or I'm stressed about a time management thing that he's not stressed about. And then I might say, you know what, I'm feeling like I'm going to get really irritable now. Can you just take over the house and can I take some time out?
Yes, with parenting. I need all the time with parenting.
Grandparenting.
I need a timeout.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh,
Great. Thank you.
thank you, Bev. Bye.
Bye.